Hello everyone, bonjour tout le monde. Welcome to EFA161 on this Sunday, August 30th. Calm down, Karens, Chad, Kyle, and Becky. Like, you guys are costing us a hell of a lot more than what you think you are. These destructors of everything that we have in our societies now. This is globally. And I've been trying to stay positive, and that's why I stay away from news sources and that. But you can't get away from it. It's all over social media, and etc. And then there's some stuff out there that should be front and center so that people can take off the rose-colored glasses, and then the destruction of everything. And I'm talking integrity of fabric of societies, from like, it's beyond the defunding of any campaign. We have individuals out there that are destroying us more than we think, right? And the creators of segregation. That's what's going on right now. We have individuals out there that they're gonna create bigger groups of segregation, and there's people out there that say that's the agenda. They're trying to separate us, etc. Whatever it is, there's a bigger push for segregation, and you're gonna see more people trying to gather together because of these mindsets, because of this what's going on in the world right now. And if you turn on your news and you start looking at actual media that's covering a lot of these things globally, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Like I was looking at these notes, and there used to be a time when somebody would walk into a business and start screaming that you're going to hand over your business, or people standing in front of somebody's house and screaming you're going to hand over your house, and or you're stealing our business side. All these kind of things, like basically work. Somebody that would come up to you and start screaming at you would be quietly brought away and say, you got to go home now, Karen. Like you would be not supported. Today, we have groups upon groups of people. The Republican convention that transpired, and all the stuff, and the verbiage and the violence and the ugliness. It's always those extremes, whether it's right or left. There's always those extremes, like that's a good word for them. Extreme, like that's all they do. But with violence and ugliness, and remember, and I've always said this, like your Adolf Hitlers of the world did not do it alone. They had supporters, and those supporters have always been those extreme right or left individuals where all the ugliness is, that 10%, and that we empowered it. Social engineering has empowered it. We've allowed it. Now you got politicians out there, because they want their votes and they want their cake and eat it too, that are supporting them, and they're making statements of all these supportive type statements. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? They're using public money to support people that are destroying public property. Think about that for a second. You, the taxpayer, you, the fee payer, are the ones that are going to be paying all this stuff, like down the road. It's got to get fixed. It's got to get repaired. It's got to get restructured. It's got to get everything. It's going to come out of the taxpayers and fee payers' pockets. And then these politicians out there that are supporting all these groups and like rah with all these groups, they're being paid by the same fees and taxation. They're going to repair all the things they're destroying. And that's just the material. That's not the communities. That's not the families. That's not the intellectual mindsets out there. That's what's happening. So I want to close this Sunday on like EFA161, and there's a reason why I kind of stepped away from that mindset when looking out there, but it's not good. It's not good not to have your finger on the pulse and pay attention to what's going on around you. And then we, the people, need to change that. We, the people, need to stand up to it, and we, the people, need to support the system, right? We make sure that we have a democratic system and bring it to center, but we, the people, need to change what's going on right now and not allow it to where it is. Like the monkeys are running the zoo. Like, literally, it doesn't make sense. The social engineering has completely become unwrapped and unfrazzled. Jean-Guy Bourguignon, EFA 161.